Hi friends, this is Mainak Misra and welcome back to my channel. As usual, I repeat the same prayer. Please take care of yourself and your family members. The pandemic is not over yet. The third wave is still continuing. Today I'll be discussing Andrei Tarkovsky's Ivan's childhood. Andrei Tarkovsky's debut feature film Ivan's childhood shows how strongly war affects the lives of children. The curse of war affects everyone, but Tarkovsky chose childhood as it contrasts the most. The film features an orphaned boy named Ivan during the German invasion of Soviet Russia in World War II. However, it mostly shows the tension of war amongst soldiers instead of detailed action and destruction of war. The film shuffles multiple times between reality and dreams. Now let's discuss the story. The film starts with a dream sequence where a 12-year-old boy named Ivan walks through a birch woods, chases a butterfly, looks at the spider web on a birch tree, and drinks water from a bucket that his mother has kept there. Then he tells to his mother, "Mama, there is a cuckoo." And then the dream sequence is abruptly cut to reality and Ivan emerges out of a war-ravaged shack. Then he walks through a swamp and swims across a river. On the other side of the river, he is caught by Soviet soldiers, and when young Lieutenant Galtsev interrogates him, he tells him to contact number 51 at the headquarters. When Lieutenant Galtsev contacts the headquarters, Lieutenant Colonel Grisnov tells him to take proper care of the boy and give him a pencil and paper to register his report, which should be given topmost priority. Ivan is burning with overriding passion to avenge the death of his parents. He is not scared of fighting the enemies at the front line and demands equal respect of Soviet soldiers. Lieutenant Colonel Grisnov, Lieutenant Galtsev and Captain Kolin gradually become fond of Ivan. Because of his small size, unidentifiable size, he can easily cross the front line and collect detailed information about the enemies. And because of that, Soviet army uses him as a scout. It is revealed gradually that his father was killed at the front line and his mother and sister were murdered at the Mali Trostenet concentration camp. His life crumbles in front of his eyes, and the only objective of his life is to avenge the death of his family members. Captain Colin falls in love with a pretty army nurse named Masha. He kisses Masha when she comes down from a birch tree and is about to take a leap. And he kisses her over a pit. A fantastic scene. He holds her and kisses her over a pit. Lieutenant Galtsev too seems to be in love with her, however suppresses his feelings towards her. The soldiers keep discussing war strategies inside a small army unit, and Ivan awaits his next mission. Captain Colin and Lieutenant Galtsev ferry Ivan across the river and recover the dead bodies of two Soviet scouts hanged by the Germans, and then they return back. Then the film passes forward to the fall of Berlin. Nazi documents reveal that Captain Colin was killed and Ivan was murdered by the Germans. Lieutenant Galtsev comes in front of the execution room and gets emotional. In a dream sequence, Ivan runs after his sister and plays hide and seek with a group of friends on the beach. The film ends with a dead tree on the beach. So this is a very emotional story. Ivan's childhood shows the devastating impact of war on children. Many of them lose their parents, relatives, friends, almost everything. It is very difficult to get out of that trauma. Beautiful lives suddenly turn into nightmares. Ivan's situation is exactly the same. His father was killed at the front line, mother and sister were murdered at the Mali Trostenet concentration camp. Almost he has lost everything. However, Ivan's childhood is not a typical war film. It neither shows Soviet propaganda nor shows detailed action and destruction of war. Tarkovsky's idea was to portray the tension amongst humans that war brings. He wanted to show how brutally war affects human psyche. Tarkovsky chose Vladimir Bogomolov's short story Ivan for his debut feature film for some reasons. Bogomolov's short story Ivan is enriched with ideas, clarity and firmness of structure, and originality of theme over the aesthetic development of thoughts. Tarkovsky personally liked Ivan's character, which is outwardly static but inwardly charged off with overriding passion. He is not scared of fighting the enemies at the front line and demands equal respect of Soviet soldiers. The young fella wants to avenge the death of his family members. Despite losing everything, he does not lose the passion and energy to fight the enemies. Another reason is Ivan's childhood was Tarkovsky's experiment to know and feel whether he can direct a film, a feature film or not. So because of these reasons, Tarkovsky chose Vladimir Bogomolov short story Ivan for Ivan's childhood, his debut feature film. Ivan's childhood was deeply influenced by Tarkovsky's own childhood. Much like Ivan, his childhood was spent during the war. His family was evacuated from Moscow and took shelter in his maternal country house, 300 kilometers away from Moscow. All the dream sequences are directly taken from his own childhood. Listening to the tune of cuckoo, looking at the spider web, walking through the birch forest, camouflage of birch branches on the frosted posts, wet horse steaming in sunshine, lorry full of apples, running after his sister and playing hide and seek. All these scenes are directly taken from his life. Ivan's childhood is woven around Tarkovsky's own memories, dreams, imaginations, and life events. He said, if a landscape impacts a filmmaker, if the association brings memories to him, it will in turn impact the viewers. The dream sequences and the tragic life of Ivan contrast immensely. In the dream sequences, Ivan is seen with his family members in his jubilant past. But in reality, he is seen amongst the Soviet soldiers waiting for taking actions to avenge the killing of his family. The past and present contrast so immensely that viewers will get shocked to see the ill fate and war-ravaged, sad, devastated life of Ivan. One of the most important features of this film is Vadim Yosov's dynamic, fluid and handheld cinematography. His camera continuously moves up and down and many times follows the characters. The scene of Colin and Masha starts at low angle in the birch wood. Then camera gradually moves up to eye level. When Colin grabs Masha and kisses her over a pit, camera is placed inside the pit, and then again it gradually moves up to eye level. In the first dream sequence, his camera follows while Ivan walking through the birch woods. The second dream sequence starts with the dropping water from asleep Ivan's hands, and then camera focuses on Ivan and his mother looking down at the well from above. Then Ivan sees a star in the water. In the same scene, Ivan is shot from above and below. In the third dream sequence, entire screen turns whitish except the sky which turns black. In the fourth dream sequence, his camera follows Ivan while running after his sister on the beach in a parallel track shot. The entire film is filled with innovative shots which follow Tarkovsky's cinematic language and vision. Nikolai Baglayev efficiently portrays Ivan's desperate, revenge-seeking mood, electrifying mood throughout the film. Vyacheslav Ovchinnikov's melancholy music echoes the pathos of Ivan. This amazing film won the prestigious Golden Lion Award at the 1962 Berlin Venice International Film Festival and Golden Gate Award at the 1962 San Francisco International Film Festival, and has received a cult status over time. I believe you have already seen this film, but if you have not, same request, please see this film. And if you have any comment, put it down below. And I request you to please support me. Please subscribe to my channel, press the bell icon so that you do not miss regular updates. And until I make the next video, thank you so much for watching this video. And please take care of yourself and your family members. The pandemic is not over yet. So my request goes again, please be safe. Thank you and bye.